Before we start, just one quick thing. This ranking is based purely on IMDb audience response. How viewers rated these movies, how much they connected with them, and how rewatchable they felt. This is not a critic list.
This is about what audiences actually liked.
Alright, let's get into it. Let's start with Bugonia. Now, I already know some people will disagree with this placement, and that's fair.
Bugonia is one of those movies that feels very confident in being strange.
Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons both give committed performances, and visually, the movie looks different from anything else released in 2025.
But here's the thing, IMDb audiences struggled with it. The story dives deep into paranoia, conspiracy, and distorted reality, but it does so without holding the viewer's hand at all.
Many people finish the movie confused, emotionally distant, or unsure what the film was trying to say. It's not a bad movie, it's just not an easy one. And when it comes to IMDb rankings, accessibility matters a lot. That's why Bugonia ends up at the bottom of the list. Next up is Companion. This movie quietly gained attention after release, mostly because of its atmosphere. It's a slow-burn psychological thriller that focuses on isolation, trust, and the fear of not really knowing the person next to you. Sophie Thatcher and Jack Quaid do solid work here, and the tension is handled carefully rather than aggressively.
But once again, IMDb audiences had mixed feelings.
Many viewers appreciated the mood, but felt the pacing was too slow, and the ending didn't fully justify the build-up. This is the kind of film people say is well made, but not necessarily one they want to rewatch. That's why it stays low on an audience-based ranking. This is where the debate usually starts. One Battle After Another is a serious, dialogue-heavy political drama. It's thoughtful, mature, and very well acted. From a filmmaking perspective, it's impressive.
But IMDb users didn't fully embrace it. Why? Because this movie asks for patience. It's not about big moments or shocking scenes. It's about exhaustion, ideology, and long-term conflict. A lot of conversations.
A lot of silence. A lot of moral ambiguity. Audiences respected it. But respect doesn't always translate into high scores. This is one of those films people admire more than they enjoy, which explains why it lands in the lower half of an IMDb-focused list.
Of revolutionaries.
Now let's talk about pure entertainment. Sisu Road to Revenge is brutal. Simple as that.
The movie follows a lone man surviving against impossible odds, delivering non-stop violence with very little dialogue.
And for many viewers, that's exactly why it works. IMDb audiences enjoyed the intensity, the raw action, and the unapologetic tone. At the same time, a lot of people pointed out that the story is extremely thin. There's no emotional arc, no deep character work, just survival and revenge. That balance puts it right in the middle of the ranking. Highly entertaining, but not emotionally memorable. Franchise fans showed up for this one. Final Destination. Bloodlines understands exactly what it is and doesn't pretend to be anything else. It delivers creative death sequences, constant tension, and that familiar feeling of dread the series is known for.
IMDb audiences rated this surprisingly well, especially considering how old the franchise is. Is the story deep? No.
Is it fun? Absolutely. That's why it ranks higher than expected. It gave audiences what they wanted, and that matters a lot on IMDb. Now we're entering the strong half of the list. Weapons is dark, unsettling, and heavy. It slowly reveals its story through atmosphere rather than exposition, which horror fans really appreciated. The movie doesn't rely on cheap scares. Instead, it builds tension through mystery, disturbing implications, and strong performances. Some viewers felt it dragged in places, but overall, IMDb audiences responded positively, especially those who enjoy serious, mature horror. This is where ratings start to feel genuinely solid.
This one hit audiences emotionally. Bring Her Back focuses on grief and psychological collapse, and it does so in a very grounded, uncomfortable way.
The central performance is haunting, and the film avoids typical horror cliches. IMDb users who connected with this story rated it highly, often mentioning how realistic and emotionally heavy it felt. It's not a fun watch, but it's a meaningful one. And that emotional connection pushed it close to the top. This is where audience excitement really kicks in. Ballerina combines stylish action with brutal choreography, led by a powerful performance from Ana de Armas. The plot is straightforward revenge, but the execution is sharp.
Fight scenes are clean, fast, and visually impressive, making the movie highly rewatchable. IMDb audiences love movies like this. Simple story, strong lead, great action.
That's why it comfortably lands in the top 3.
Very few sequels manage to satisfy audiences this much.
28 years later, expands its world without losing intensity. The horror feels grounded, the emotional weight is real, and the atmosphere is consistently tense.
IMDb users praised how serious the movie feels.
It doesn't rely on nostalgia alone. It builds on the original story in a meaningful way.
For many viewers, this was one of the most intense cinematic experiences of the year. It came very close to taking the top spot.
And finally, at number 1, Sinners. According to IMDb audiences, this is the best R-rated movie of 2025.
The film blends crime, drama, and dark themes with strong performances and confident direction.
Viewers connected with its characters, its emotional depth, and its intensity. It's the kind of movie people finish and immediately want to talk about. Strong word of mouth, high audience scores, and lasting impact pushed it to the top. That's the IMDb ranking.
Do you agree with the order?
Which movie would you move up or down? Let me know in the comments.